This is Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Today's topic is marriage to a foreigner who is traveling on a non-immigrant visa.
VisaCoach. Fast, easy, and personal.
Hi, my name is Fred Wall, and I am the Visa Coach, known for front-loaded immigration presentations that tell your story, leading to fast and easy approval, and the personal one-on-one attention you receive as my client. I invented the three-step immigration success method, which anticipates the likely problems and red flags your case might face, and then squashes those issues by working together with you on the ideal appearance of your case and preparation of my signature front-loaded presentation that tells your story the way we want it heard. When properly implemented, my method helps win approval for your visa even before the interview starts. Today's topic is marriage to a foreigner who is traveling on a non-immigrant visa. A foreigner who is already in the USA is welcome to marry a U.S. citizen or any other person while he is here. Marriage procedures are set by the state and local governments and do not involve immigration, which is a federal matter. For example, if two Canadians fly to Las Vegas, get married, and return to Canada, immigration is not involved, and their marriage is valid worldwide. I personally did about the same thing. I was living in Hong Kong and engaged to Joyce. I had been an expat, American living outside of USA, for about 15 years by then, and my friends and family were scattered all over the world. We decided to get married in Las Vegas because flights, food, and rooms in Las Vegas were bargain priced, well, especially 20 years ago. And it would be easy for my family and friends to meet us there and join our celebration. Joyce already had a B2 visitor visa, so we just flew in from Hong Kong, met our friends and family, got licensed, married, and met Elvis, had a short honeymoon, and then returned to Hong Kong. Immigration was not involved at that time. About 7 years later, when our first child was ready for kindergarten, we then finally applied for a spouse visa for Joyce. She was interviewed and got her visa in Hong Kong. Then we all moved together back to the USA. Flying in, getting married, flying out is not a problem. Immigration is not involved. What is more complicated but possible is the case when a foreign-born spouse wants to remain in the USA after the marriage without leaving, who wants to remain permanently in the USA and obtain her green card. Now, we already know about the fiance visa. The K-1 fiance visa anticipates the foreign-born fiance will marry during her 90-day temporary visit and then apply for green card and permanent residency without leaving the USA. Well, that is its normal and expected process. But foreigners who arrive on different visas, such as visa waiver, work, study, or visitor visas, are expected to leave after a set period of time. And usually the maximum period of time of their stay is stamped into their passports when they land. What can be done in these cases? If they marry you, must they return overseas and apply for a spouse visa? Well, in some cases, without leaving the USA, it is possible to obtain a green card. And in some other cases, it's not so likely, and even probable that the new spouse will be required to leave and must obtain a spouse visa before returning. Two issues apply. One is called intent to remain, and the second is, well, restrictions on the visa they traveled on. For example, intent to remain. For example, a Japanese tourist travels to USA for holiday. She's walking on the beach and meets a handsome American lifeguard, falls in love, and after a few weeks, marries. There was not any advanced contact between the couple. The traveler was not planning or intending to use her tourist visa as a way to remain in the USA. Immigration will probably believe that this case is legitimate, that there was no actual intent to misuse the visa, and so they will probably grant the foreign-born spouse permission to remain permanently in the USA, and there won't be any need for her to leave the USA first and apply from Japan or overseas for a spouse visa. However, the outcome may not be so happy for a couple who was corresponding first for a year, and then the foreign girlfriend arrived on a tourist visa and they married immediately after a week. Immigration may be unlikely to accept that this all occurred spontaneously, without pre-planning and without prior intent, that the foreigner planned to remain past the expiry date of her visa. In this case, the application for a green card would probably be denied, and the foreign spouse required to return overseas. And some visas have restrictions. Some visas, regardless of intent, won't permit the foreigner to remain to obtain her green card even after marriage, such as some of these J student visas that require the student to return to her home country for 2 years without fail. Conclusion: marriage in the USA is not a concern by immigration. Foreign travelers who marry an American while traveling on a temporary visa, providing they had no prior intent to remain in the USA, are fairly welcome to apply to stay without leaving. And those who came in on visas that have restrictions, well, they may have to return overseas no matter what. This is Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Call me.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, speak with the Visa Coach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.